Imagine for a moment how decisions come to life. You've made decisions, right? Think about how, when you decide, it's almost as if a switch is flipped. It happens naturally, and yet, as you pause and look at it, you realise that wasn't just one thing. It was something that unfolded piece by piece, didn't it? Now here's the magic. In the world of NLP, a decision, it isn't just some random choice. It's like an unfolding process. You know, when you think about the word decision, what happens? It's a noun, right? But you do realise it started as a verb. A decision is something we do. It's not a thing you can grab hold of. It's the process of deciding, unfolding before you piece by piece. And if you look closely at it, you start to see something very interesting. When you make a decision, there's no solid thing you can hold on to. You can't go pick up a kg of decision from the shelf. No. You can feel it happening, but the decision itself is an unfolding process. And the moment you realise this, everything shifts. The decision you made, the beliefs you formed, they're not static, not solid. They're flowing processes that you can shape. They can change just as easily as they're formed. Beliefs, they're like programs running in your mind. They aren't real, not in the sense that they're something you can touch. And guess what? They don't have to be true either. What if you thought about your beliefs not as something solid, but as programs, processes running, cycling through? It's like your mind's computer, but instead of reading code, you're feeling the effects of the program. The beautiful part is, once you realise this, changing a belief becomes just as easy as hitting delete on your computer screen. So let's unpack that for a moment. Beliefs, they're not things, they're decisions. And you can redecide anytime you choose. When you change a belief, it's like hitting reset on a process that was once locked into place. It's a shift that runs through your body and you feel it. Have you ever seen someone change their mind? In a way, it seems powerful, so profound. Their whole body changes. It's like a light bulb goes off, an epiphany. That's how belief change works. It's subtle, it's powerful, and it's natural. But let's talk about something more. What happens when the change isn't as smooth? When you try to push, but something's off? You may feel like you've forced it. Maybe like you've hit someone over the head. It works, yes, but it doesn't stick. Not their compliance, but is their heart really on board? And you know, if you don't have their heart, you don't have their mind. It's like they go along with you, but they'll drag their feet and maybe regret it later. They may react passively, so you soften. Softening doesn't weaken the power, it makes it stronger. There's no resistance, it flows in. And belief change happens without effort. It's seamless and natural. So here's something important. Every belief you've ever encountered is formed in the context of a cause and effect or complex equivalence. Let's slow down and think about that. A belief is built when you hear someone say X causes Y, or X equals Y. For example, being good at math means I'm smart. That's a complex equivalence. Or if I study hard, I'll pass a test. That's a cause and effect. When you look at beliefs in this way, you'll start to see them everywhere. Every belief is a pattern. It's not a concrete thing. It's just a series of cause and effect connections or equivalents. It's like a checklist, right? There are things that need to happen for a belief to turn on, for it to show up in your experience. You look at your beliefs and guess what? You see that checklist. That's your criteria. It's the checklist that says, this must happen for me to feel this way. Now, do you see how that works? Everything we do, every belief we hold, it's about satisfying that checklist. That is your criteria, the set of elements that must be satisfied for that feeling, for that belief to come into being. Now, let's break it down. You're dealing with cause and effect, X causes Y, X being the truism, the fact. It's an accepted reality. But how does it feel when that cause and effect turns into a belief? Y happens, and it's labelled. You call it something. That label is your equivalence. So, in a belief, you hear something like, if I study hard, I'll pass. That's cause and effect. The pass, the test part, that's the effect. But when you call it success, that's your equivalence. It's how you interpret the feeling. That is how a belief is born. Want to change a belief? It's about understanding the pieces, the cause, the effect, the equivalence. When someone gives you an objection, listen closely. So is a belief in disguise. They may not say it directly, but it's there. Look for it. It's a cause and effect. Or is it a complex equivalence? And as you listen, notice what's left unsaid. You ask the question that opens everything up. Because? That's the simple question. Because? It's magical. When you ask it, you uncover the hidden half of the belief. It's like a treasure hunt. You just need that key. The beautiful part, once you hear the rest of the belief, you have the full map, and now you can begin to shift it, to change it, to transform it. And just like that, you're in control now. And one more thing, non-verbal cues. They tell you more than the words ever could. When someone gives an objection, look beyond their words. Their body speaks. It shows you where they're not fully with you. It tells you how to soften, how to engage their heart, so you can lead their mind. When you notice they shift, you'll know you're on the right track. It's subtle, it's powerful. It's about getting to the heart, so that their mind follows.